I got up this morning and gave myself a haircut. Really pumped. I'm gonna go dump the trash out of the back of the dump truck, look for some straps to tie down the dirt bike, and we're going to go pick it up, pay for it. Stop by the bank, we gotta get some money too. All right, we're getting close. Here it is, look at the big castle. The place is called Castle Power Sports. And if you look, the building's actually a castle. That's pretty cool. All right, they got some bikes out front. There's the front door. And I'm just going to park right here, everybody's way. See the castle? Here we go. Set the line up. Oh, see, look. So here, they've got prices on everything. A lot of places, they just got the manufacturer information, but they got prices on everything here. I like that. I've only got 3 Kawasaki dirt bikes that I see. He said he has ours in the back. Hey, I'm looking for Mason. Mason?
How you doing, Brandon?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you, man.
Cool. Well, tell me about the bike. What we gotta do?
You wanna go look at it before we get started?
Sure, sure.
Let's see it.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked.
I think it's ready to go. I'll just pull it up front.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. All right, so tell me about the bike.
It's a new bike for 2020, I believe. It's based off of the KLX 230.
Okay.
They kind of just upgraded the suspension a little bit, gave it a little bit more pep.
Cool.
I believe this is a new seat too. This seat feels really comfortable. Last year's seat wasn't bad, but that seat feels really comfortable.
So is this a 2021 or 2022?
2022.
So it is the newest of the new.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, and you and I are about the same size. I saw the suspension set good on it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for the price, it's an awesome little bike.
Cool.
You know, the Honda 450 or any of the bigger, you know, bikes in this class are about double the price.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're just putting around back roads, you want to go hit some trails and stuff, it's perfect.
That's exactly what we're doing.
If you drop it, it's only a $5,000 bike. It's not a $12,000 bike.
Well, man, whenever I started calling around, I thought I'm gonna get a bike, and when I hear the price, I'm not gonna buy a bike. And they said the price, and I was like, okay, well maybe I really get one. Yeah. So
I'm glad the Honda's got a bike that's very similar, that's around the same price as well.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're getting bikes that, you know, aren't $10,000–$15,000, so more people can, you know, get into riding without having to spend a bunch of money.
Okay, so if it's yours, what's the first thing you're gonna do to it when you get home?
Probably take the fender off.
Okay.
This piece right here.
Right.
That's like what most people do.
Okay.
You could add an exhaust if you want, you know, want to get a little bit more noise out of it. There's not really much you have to do to this bike. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's not much you can do to it to make it better than it is.
Okay. All right. So it's probably been 15 years since I've rode a bike. Can you go through controls with me?
This is your kill switch right here. It's clicked up, the bike won't start. Click it down. I'll put it in neutral first. You got your high beams and low beams right here. Turn signals. You want to cancel your signal, just press it in.
Okay.
Press the horn. Ignition switch like you saw. Rear brake, front brake, clutch, shifter on that side. That's about it.
And gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
They keep them simple.
Sure, sure, sure.
You have your RPM gauge up here, mile odometer. You can put a clock odometer up there.
Okay, so something I've seen, there's no fuel gauge on these, right? What can I do? Is there aftermarket fuel gauge I can do for a cap or anything like that?
Not that I know of. You could probably go with a clear gas tank.
Okay.
They might make like a clear gas tank.
Sure.
That way you can at least see where your gas is at. I believe once you're about down to 20 miles or so, your gas light will come on.
Okay, so there's a gas light on there.
Right. It'll at least give you a warning.
Okay.
Yeah, I would look into possibly a clear gas tank. That's something I would probably do too.
Okay.
Especially if you're out riding in the woods and stuff, you want to see how much gas.
Yeah, that's right. So, what about my service? What's my first service going to be? How many hours, or just a ballpark?
First service will be after 600 miles.
Okay.
That's just to get all the braking fluids through it, run all the braking oil.
Okay.
After that, it should be around every 1,000 miles or so.
Okay. What about oil changes? That's all at 1,000 miles? Okay. All right. Well, what do I not know to ask that I should ask?
There's not much to these bikes, man. They're pretty simple.
Cool.
As long as you know the general stuff about dirt bikes, you pretty much got it down.
Okay. Well, I'm green as they come, so I'm gonna have to Google it. All right. So the regular flatbed trucks in the shop, I bought the trash truck. I've got a ramp. Can we make that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wheelie it on up in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, you'll do some paperwork?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want somebody getting the free one, right? Thank you.
Yes, sir. I need your ID, just take a copy of it.
Okay.
Need waters, Coke, coffee, soda.
Man, I would take a water if you had one. Thanks, sir. All right, so right now he's just taking my information for a, I guess their dealership database, so they can get contact with me or maybe send me promos or do stuff like that, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Brandon Baker. What was it again?
At Real Tracks, RealTracs.com.
2022. Alright. Sign this for me. This is the quote talked about on the phone. Sign right there if everything's good.
Okay, so go through the stuff with me, because this is stuff I didn't know whenever I called you.
So this is the MSRP of the bike, $55.99. You got a $549 freight charge, $399 dealer prep. Freight and dealer prep, the bikes come on big tractor trailers in big crates, so we have to unload them off the trucks, take the crates apart, and then the bike, depending on what the bike is, they're usually about 60% assembled, so we'll have to assemble them, usually put the front tire on, put the handlebars on, little odds and ends like that.
Okay.
So that's what those two charges are. You've got $298 dock fee. Basically what a dock fee is just to pay to send your paperwork through and do your paperwork. Sure. Pretty much like how car dealerships work. $48 registered title fee. That's register the bike title. It will get you temp tag, all that stuff. You'll be 100% legal when you leave.
Okay.
Then you've got, let's see where your taxes are. If I can find it here.
They're on there somewhere, believe me.
Right here. I
$5.98.
have a hard time reading.
Yeah, that's it.
Right ways up, let alone upside down. It's
No, you're good. So
$778 in tax.
So basically, from the top, you got your freight, which is getting it here. Oh, the MSRP, which is the bike itself. The dealer prep, that's assembly, basically, is what you said.
Yep.
And then we didn't trade anything in. There's no payoffs. There's sales tax. There is the title, license, registration, the document or administrative fee. That's the dealership fees, more or less. And
total other charges is just all that added in.
yeah, so that's the cumulative of all those. And then you got your total right there.
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
straightforward stuff.
Yes, sir. Then you got your VIN number and all that stuff up there, so you know what you're paying for.
All right.
If everything's good, just sign right there and you're pretty much good to go. I'm gonna go take a copy of this real quick. I'm gonna go put this in the finance office. It'll probably take about 5 minutes or so for them to get your paperwork ready.
Okay.
And then he'll come grab it.
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right, tell me about your four-wheelers while I'm here. Is there going to be a any fees on them, or is the price tag the price tag?
No, everything in a dealership's got some sort of fees on it.
Okay.
The fees on four-wheelers are usually about the same.
Okay.
$549 freight, about $399 for dealer prep.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's got MSRP on it, and then you got to add tax and fees and all that kind of stuff.
So I'm looking maybe $1,500, $2,000 more dollars on top of whatever this is.
Rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What is a Honda 4Trax Recon? Is it a 250?
Yep, it's a 250. It's carbureted, two-wheel drive. Pretty basic four-wheeler. They've been making this four-wheeler for a really long time. It's tried and true. It's not anything crazy, but if you just need something to hang around the yard and do a little garden work and stuff like that, it's perfect.
Cool. All right, so somebody told me that all the dirt bikes are going from carbureted to fuel injected, or a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Most of them. It's a little bit more reliable. The bikes run a little bit better. It makes the motors last a little bit longer. Unlike the old school two-strokes that are carbureted and stuff that all the racing guys say they're 22-minute motors because they run balls to the wall for 22 minutes, and then you got to redo the top ends and all that stuff.
Oh,
so,
I see.
They're trying to get a little bit more longevity out of the motors, a little bit more performance, stuff like that.
All right.
Going with the times. A lot of the new two-stroke bikes have what's, at least on the KTMs, it's called a TPI system. So on like your old school two-strokes, you'll mix oil and gas.
Yeah.
These have an oil reservoir in the frame.
Oh, it does it by
So you
itself.
put your oil in there, and it injects it whenever it needs it. Kind of like a four-stroke bike.
Yeah.
But you still get that two-stroke power band. But
Oh,
you
that's
also
cool.
get that more low-end power like a four-stroke. So it's
Yeah.
kind of best of both worlds.
Oh man, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
How long has that been a thing?
I think they started around 2018 or so.
So a couple years then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's been some other bike companies that have been doing it for longer than that, testing it out, but there's not really been a full line of TPI bikes like KTM has.
What are the racing guys going to come in here and buy?
Most of the racing guys buy KTMs. I'm a big Japanese guy. I like Hondas, Kawasaki's, and that kind of stuff. They're a little bit cheaper to maintain as well. KTMs are pretty much fully race-ready bikes off the showroom.
Mm-hmm.
So parts are going to be a little bit more expensive. They're going to be a little bit more maintenance intensive as well. So,
Okay.
but you know, the guys that are serious about racing, they're rebuilding motors and stuff every other race anyway.
And
so.
I don't ever want to do that.
Right? Yeah, no doubt. I was gone to Loretta Lynn's a couple days this week. They're doing a big motocross race up
that's
there.
that's where we're at. We're down there.
Oh,
And
nice.
We're maybe 8 miles from our
Oh,
place.
sweet. Yeah, those guys, they'll have like 4 or 5 bikes, and they're rebuilding a bike after every race, you know.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely an expensive sport. You think the travel hockey players spend some money on sports.
gosh.
Those
sir.
racers spend some money.
Yes, sir. We're working on the wife. The kids want a four-wheeler or a dirt bike, and she said absolutely not on the dirt bike. And I said, girls, I'll work on her. Let her see me out here.
Honestly, I try to push more, especially younger kids and stuff, towards dirt bikes over a four-wheeler. If they know how to ride a bike, it's going to be a lot easier for them to get used to. And you know, if a 16-year-old flips that on himself, that's a lot of weight.
Yes, it is.
Where
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
fall off, you know, a little KLX 140, it's not going to be.
All right, show it to
falling
me.
off your bike.
What would a 12-year-old ride?
Depending on how tall they are, if they're a first-time rider, I'd probably push them towards something like that KLX right there.
Are you worried about suspension on it at all?
Oh no, he's good. Go for it. Yeah, if they're, you know, you don't want them to be too tall on it because then they're going to outgrow it.
Sure.
You know, especially kids around 12, 13 years old, they grow like weeds. So
Yeah.
it's better to kind of get them something that they can't fully flat foot, that they're maybe tippy-toeing a little bit. That way it gives them a little bit more room to grow into the bike. They can ride it for a few years without dad buying them a new bike every year.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like a KLX 140, Honda makes something similar called the CRF 125. Great starter bikes. They're super tame. They're not going to be, you know, like a two-stroke race bike. But
Yeah.
If he gasses that throttle, he's going. You know, these are a lot easier to learn on.
Okay, so while we're standing here talking, I need a helmet. Can you show me a helmet?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna pick this money up in case somebody else does. We don't want nobody getting it.
I'll actually get you with one of my parts guys. They're the helmet nerds. They'll
Okay.
probably be able to answer more questions.
Now that they know you call them that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You looking for more of like a street bike style helmet, more like a dirt bike style helmet?
Probably dirt bike, I think. Get a little bit more airflow, right?
Yeah. Hey, Wyatt, you looking at some helmets? You can help them out. Got some dirt bike helmets up here. Believe it or not, there's a helmet shortage.
Man, there's a vinegar shortage. I was like, anyways.
Depends on how nice you want to get. I got anything from Alpine Stars to.
What's up, guy?
What's going on, man?
I'm Brandon Baker. Nice to meet you.
He spotted a KLX 300. You know, like a dirt bike helmet. You got some good suggestions.
Yeah, man. What you look for? Any specific brand?
Man, so here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be checking cattle and maybe riding on the road to another farm or field close by. So I want something with some air, something that I don't know. I'll probably guess I need some goggles too, don't I?
Yeah, right. If I were you, I would just look at something like this. You know what size you need?
No clue.
Go with something like that. Try that one.
All right. And notice he said large, so he didn't imply that I had a big jug head. He didn't go straight to triple XL, right?
That's the most common.
Okay.
I'm a double XL helmet.
All right. Here's a 3XL. We might as well try. You wanna try this one on?
You got XLs that you like? I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in a bell.
What brand is this?
HJC, I believe.
All right. That feels good, but how tight is it? How good is it supposed to feel?
You want it to be pretty snug. You don't want it to be shaking up around.
Right there. I don't want that.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna break in too, so it'll probably get a loose.
So probably a double XL then, right?
I would check.
All right.
Try that. Double X, then we can regular.
All right. This one's a bell. Which one's the better helmet?
I like the bells.
Okay.
I like the bells too. Good helmets.
Why, y'all?
Why?
Hey, I good.
I like bells. Just each helmet kind of fits a little bit different. I think bells are great helmets for the money too. You know, if you get into some of the more expensive helmets, they can get to $600, $700.
Okay.
So, it's worth it to spend some money on a helmet, but you don't need to go crazy on a $1,000 helmet.
What's a helmet like this cost?
That one should be around 120 or so.
Oh, that's a lot better than 600, ain't it?
That's right, 160.
All right. My cheeks was pushing up on that, so hold on.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not squeezing your face, like I said, it's gonna break in a little, break in a little bit, especially if you're riding a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, you want it to be pretty snug on your face. You don't want it to be sliding around, because if you crash and that thing slides forward or slides up, then no point in wearing it.
Okay, so is Bell top of the line?
Bell's kind of that mid-range. Alpine Star is probably one of the more top of the line dirt bike helmets.
And that's right up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of these 5 up here. They're a lot lighter weight. They're a little bit of a nicer helmet, but for what you're doing, like I said, there's no reason to spend that much.
All right, what about goggles?
Goggles, got some over here. I wear Oakley goggles, but you can go with, I mean, most of the goggles are going to be about the same.
Okay.
Unless you're really, really into riding and, you know, racing and stuff. Little differences will make a difference, but you could really go with any goggles that fit you good. Okay. Like I said, I wear Oakleys. That's what I've always worn. I love Oakleys. I think they fit my face good. They're comfortable. They don't fog up too bad. But
are they here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some Oakleys there. You want like some clear ones, some tinted ones?
Probably. Hey, let me ask you this. So do you have some that have the frames that you can sit on top of the clear part?
I don't know that.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Question number 2. What do you use?
I just wear clear Oakleys.
Let's do it. Let's do clear then.
Okay. That's usually my go-to. I think these are all the same size. Yes.
This one on the front says L frame and O frame. What's the difference in that?
I'm not sure. Like I said, all the parts guys back here, the parts nerds, they know all the little odds and ends. I just buy whatever fits me good. You know?
Sure. Well, in that case,
we can bust one open though. Like just solid black frames,
please.
Carbon.
Yes, sir. I think so. Don't you?
Yeah, black on black. Yeah, these should all be the same size. They're adjustable.
What is that though? Do we figure that part out? What's the O and the...
Where's my other parts at? As soon as he gets done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even know which ones I have, to be honest with you. So.
Okay. So it's not that big a deal then, probably.
Did you get all this stuff linked up, White?
Yeah, I got it on the screen.
All right, what do you ride?
I got a CRF 450.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so for the oil filter, you're only looking about $8 plus that.
Okay.
And then the quartz oil, about $7 a piece.
I got you. All right. So not that bad at all.
No.
Okay, well, let's pay for this stuff. We got an idea of oil and coolant and everything else. It's nothing special, it sounds like.
Yeah,
Right.
they're pretty simple.
Okay. So,
What's the last name, bud?
Baker, B-A-K-E-R.
Last name? Bigger. B-I-G-G-E-R-S. Just got here.
Alrighty. Can I get your name on that one?
Yep.
Your autograph?
Oh, there it is.
And that receipt here.
Thanks, sir.
No problem.
All right, so he's ready for me in the finance room. Or the payment room, we ain't financing it. These are mine. Yep.
Thank you, what? You can set this stuff on my desk that way.
Sure.
I'm not walking around all over the place with it.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Ready for?
All
One thing is, legally you cannot film in here because I got
Sure, yeah.
customer information.
Okay. Okay, so the financing guy, basically we went through and he gave me some warranty options. I paid for everything and did the temp tags, and he gave me a temp registration, and now we're just gonna go ahead and load the bike up. There is the bike once again. Super stoked. Dropped my gas jug. All right, I'm gonna put all this stuff in and we're gonna load it up. So I got a set of ramps right here. Maybe we'll use them and maybe not. I'm gonna wait till he gets out here. Yeah, that's the question you and I are both gonna have to figure out.
I usually go handlebar, and then to the corner.
Okay.
You know, if you put it in the bed of a truck, go to the left corner, right corner.
So we got that, and then we're gonna come back the other way off this, or what?
I would just do exactly like how this one is.
Okay. And then nothing in the back.
Right. Honestly, I might even want to go a little bit wider on that.
Okay.
We moved the bike down.
Yep.
Like you said, it's not going to be the most secure, so we want to make sure that should be good.
All right. So
You know, the thing about strapping bikes, see your forks here. You don't want to compress your forks all the way because you'll bust your fork seals.
okay.
You want to give the bike a little bit of suspension. When you hit a bump, that suspension's going to move up.
All right. So me, it would seem like I'd need 2 more straps, but you're saying you're fine.
As long as you're happy with it, man. I've gone hundreds of miles with my dirt bike strapped like this.
Sounds good.
I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Okay. So
You got a good raise of a ride. If you stop to get food or something, or if you see it maybe moving a little bit, just check it, tighten the straps down a little bit if you need so. But
all right, y'all heard it, folks. Mason says this is good enough. If the bike falls over, here's your guy right here. All right.
if it falls over, just call that dealership and call in the morning.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, hey.
Let me make sure your owner's manual and everything's in here too before I send you on the way.
Okay. Now what am I supposed to put in here? Start dipping again?
It's just a little tool pack in there.
Okay. Oh well, let's look at that. Chain, sprocket, that kind of stuff. Do I need to mess with that?
If you want sprockets, you can go. What is it? You go down a tooth size in your sprocket, it's going to give you a little bit more low end power. You go up a tooth in your sprocket, it's going to give you a little bit more.
But you ain't messing with it if you're me.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, unless you really feel like you need some more low end or some more top end, you can mess around with it. And then for the front sprocket, it's the opposite. So if you go down a tooth, it's going to give you more top end. You go up a tooth, it's going to give you more.
All right.
I probably got them mixed up, but it's one of the two.
And my lubrication for my chain, what do I want to do with it?
Should be lubed for now. Just check it if it's getting, you know, feel how it is now. If it's getting pretty dry, maybe getting a little bit rusty, just throw some chain lube on there.
Okay.
They've got chain cleaning kits and stuff with brushes and all that stuff.
Okay.
There's your toolkit right there.
Very cool. All right, just got some wrenches and stuff in there.
I noticed this yesterday. I forgot to tell you, that's a helmet lock, which is pretty cool. Now most bikes are coming with them now, which I think is awesome. It works with your key. Just throw your helmet strap in there and lock it.
I got you.
It's cool, you know, if you're going to the grocery store or something, you don't want to have to carry that big clunky helmet around.
All right.
Let me see where it is.
We'll put our toolkit back in here. Strap it down.
Your owner's manual should be under there. I don't have the tools to take it off, but your owner's manual will be under here. You just take these two bolts out right here.
If I leave it, is it going to melt?
The owner's manual?
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be in there in case you need it while you're riding.
Oh, I got you. So it's got actual technical stuff in there. It's not just
it'll have your full service records and everything in there, or service manuals, so it'll tell you exactly when to do your oil changes, what to do, how to do it all.
Perfect. Okay, so owner's manual, toolkit, helmet, snatch, we got it locked down.
Did he give you your temp tag as well?
He put them in there.
It'll go right back here.
Y'all, they've made this awesome up here. Mason, thank you so much. Guys, y'all got to come up here and buy a bike from him, or a four-wheeler, or whatever.
Before I run out of them.
Yeah, before he runs out of them. So this is Castle Power Sports?
Castle Power Sports.
All right, and we're in Madison, right?
Yep, Madison, Tennessee.
Madison,
Tennessee. 12 miles north of Nashville.
All right, check out Mason. Let him sell you a bike. They're awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a comment. Tell us what you think about it. Tell us about your KLX 300 or your comparable bike. Want to hear from you. Thanks, and God bless.